Obviously, this is the correct virtual background, right?
Hello everyone. Good evening all of you. Hope you all are staying safe and healthy. I am Teja, one of the moderators today's session. We all are glad that this project was organized by the Leo Club of SLTC. Is already been 3 phases since our first phase webinar, and in the second the workshop, and in the phase 3 we finished the speech competition. So you guys came to the last session and we did some amazing work on that day. We got to know participants how gained a great deal of experience and by participating in all three of these phases. How to speak in front of an audience, how to behave in speech, how to control gestures, how to communicate well, and I think you have developed a lot of features required for speaking skills and a lot more. So, Manula, over to you.
Thank you, Teja. Hope I'm audible. Good evening, everyone. Hope you all are excited for today's event. I'm Leo Rajapaksa, and I'll be the other moderator for today's session. So keep the excitement because more excitements are yet to come in this glamorous evening. So without taking much time, I would like to invite Leo Tharika Atruvana to deliver the welcome address. Over to you, Leo Tharika.
Thank you, Manla, for giving me this opportunity to welcome our guests, Lions, Leos, and all the participants to the grand finale and award ceremony of Master'21 of Leo Club of Sri Lanka Technological Campus. First of all, let me welcome our chief guest of the event, Assistant Manager, Corporate Communications at Aberdeen Holdings, Assistant Manager, Marketing and Communications at Amana Chakapul Insurance, Mr. Shamil Akbar. Special guest of honor, lecturer and advisor, distinguished Toastmaster, Toastmasters International USA, Mr. Modita Sendanayakar, DTM. Also, special guest of honor of the event, applied psychologist, counselor, consultant, trainer in public speaking and programmatic leadership, Mr. Shahan Jainukapidis. Special guest of honor, past multiple district president, Deoline Kesari Seniviratna, PMJF. Also, it's great honor to welcome contestant of Master'21 and all the participants. I wish a warm very welcome to all of you to the grand finale and award ceremony Top Master 21 of Leo Club of Sri Lanka Technological Campus. Hope you may all have an effective evening ahead. Over to you, Teja.
Thank you, Dalika, for welcoming the gathering. Now I would like to cordially invite the special guest speaker of the award ceremony, distinguished Toastmasters International in USA, DTM, to guest speech. So over to you, Mr. Modita.
Thank you very much, Teja, and a very warm welcome to all of you again. And also, it's a great afternoon because we have been going through a series of training sessions and also speech competitions, and then finally in 2 categories, finally you are here to witness the winners of each category, and also most importantly, as I say, the learning that you have taken from this process. I had the privilege of taking part at the initial level as well when we were planning. The SLTC was planning this program with the Leo, and then I saw how you were able to invest that knowledge and seek that guidance, and also in order to give a good quality product, not just a speech contest, a quality product. That's what we need in this time, because we need to improve our speaking skills. Now, talking about public speaking, it's something that is becoming mandatory very fast. Earlier, maybe I would say when we were schooling and we were doing higher studies, we could have said that it's not a essential skill. Yes, speaking, communication is very essential, but public speaking, even without public speaking, we could have done certain things. We had the opportunity of saying that during those days, but now the world has changed, the technology has emerged, and new concepts, new skills have emerged. Now, if you take some of the employable the skills that in this century, one most essential is the communication and leadership skills. So through speech competitions and through workshops like this, we develop communication and especially the leadership as well. Why communication is important? Now, I am coming from a Toastmaster background and also training corporate institutes and also professionals and academic as well. Now, if I compare because I would like to give my example, I always like to share my story, how it relate to you, because you are pretty much earlier in that stage of your professional journey or the academic journey, so you have a lot of ample time to improve. And if you want to improve or change something, you have a lot of time to do it. So, I had a life before becoming a lecturer, I would say. Working in a corporate institute and then in a software engineering capacity there. I was very barely speaking, and then working in silos, life of software engineer. So that was the story back then. And at a point, I realized lack of communication and lack of motivation to go in front of an audience and to do speech or maybe to present something definitely will be a roadblock for my progression. So I thoroughly thought it to myself and took some precautions and actions in order to do a few adjustments. And then what happened, I was able to engage with this Toastmasters journey, and that is how I was able to overcome. Still, I'm going through this process. I'm not saying that I have perfected, but I'm going through this process. I would like to share 5 things that I have learned in my journey. 5 things, not more than that. So, what are these 5 things that I want to share with you? It all starts with letter E. So it is easy to understand as well. Educate. That is the first E I would like to share with you. Why educate is very important. In our life, different phases, different stages, there will be certain opportunities, occasions that we will be learning certain things in our lives. When I was going through the early stages of my professional journey, what happened to me, I was a bit arrogant, and then I was not open to some ideas. I was learning certain things. I had that in my mind, so I was very proud of what I have been learning. I thought I can implement everything because of my learning, the knowledge I have possessed. I was doing really well. At one occasion, I had to break my mindset. There was this speech competition, early stage of my Toastmasters journey back in 2014. And I was very new to Toastmasters back then. So obviously I had the mindset of, competing, and, going forward and winning against each other, becoming the champion of area, club. We have a structure going up to the international level. And one point, I was giving my 100% to the competition and I couldn't win it. I was expecting, because I believed I did a good job. I was waiting for the results. Probably all the participants who are here right now will be anxiously waiting to see who are the winners. Just like you, I was there, physical audience, not like an online audience. Physical audience, I was waiting to listen to the announcement of the results. I still remember the place, Seema Sri Lanka Auditorium. And third place in the winner announced, a lady came and she just grabbed the vote post for a few photos and just went off. I thought, okay, maybe I'm the second place because I did pretty much job standard. Then second place name announced and there was this guy and he just came on stage and he just smiled for a few photos. He took the trophy and went. I was thinking, probably I'm the winner. I am the winner. I'm changing my history, becoming the first ever winner from my own corporate institute, representing that company at that time. I was waiting. The MC was going like, the winner of the competition is, I was about to eject from my seat, a different name was announced. That person just was right next to me, and he just went, grabbed it, paused for a few photos, very happily, and went. I was disappointed, dejected. I didn't know what happened. So one person said, who was one of the competitors, and he said, Modita, you did really well, but there were two things lacking. Number one, yes, you are competing, but there's something that's missing in your speech. You are not enjoying your speech. You are delivering it. Yes, the delivery is good, but you need to enjoy the speech. It should come from your heart. Then what happens? You are not merely doing a speech. You are just sharing it to the audience from your heart. Consequently, what happens? Everything, the body language, the vocal variation, gestures, everything will come out automatically if you have done the proper rehearsals. That changed my life. That changed the competition mindset of I had at that time. So I was able to educate myself. There were many occasions in my life where I was able to educate myself with the help of my superiors, my parents, even my teachers, coaching, public speaking coaches. So I'm doing the same for youngsters just like you today and other professionals as well. Sometimes we have to learn, unlearn, and relearn. This is how we educate ourselves. So you need to empty your cup. Otherwise, you can't pour additional water or maybe other liquid to your cup if your cup is not empty. So you have to empty accordingly, and then you have to pour knowledge. So educate. That is the number one key. Number two is engage. So you have the knowledge and you are going through the process. Now what you want to do is, I'm pretty sure that you are doing these things, but have you ever given a thought? Are we doing these things correctly? Because everything that I'm telling right now, I have gone through and I'm going through still, I'll be going through in future, and definitely I'll be achieving results because of this process. So coming from my own experience. So engage. We have to engage, just like these speech competitions. We have to engage. If there are any opportunities given to you for your education, for your improvement, just like Leo here and some other associations, organizations, can be from SLTC or maybe other university or maybe anywhere, engage. So through that engagement, you get to know new people and you get to know about new things. And also it will open a new pathway. Who knows? It happened to me. I am today here as a communication professional, a lecturer, because of a new pathway opened to me maybe 8 or 9 years ago, since I was engaging in new thing. That completely changed my way, and I'm in a new pathway right now. I'm going through it now. Therefore, first we have to educate and then engage with every possible opportunity that come in your way. Don't wait for the opportunity coming to you. You go and grab the opportunity. That is how we can engage. The third one is very important. Evaluate. Now, yes, you are educated. Now you are getting education or you are learning new things and you are engaging. We need to do a small check. Now, if you are driving a vehicle and at points you have to do some services and find a tuning and a full check, oil check, there are certain things that you need to do. In life as well, we do health checks. Are we doing the same for our professional work? Are we doing health checks? Are there any checkpoints in our professional work, career? So we need to evaluate ourselves. Are we going in the right way? Have we achieved what we want to achieve? So I have said, next month I want to complete this project. Now we are halfway through. Have I done enough for last couple of weeks? So if so, what else that I want to do? So we need to do that course adjustment. If we feeling that we are going away from the main rail, we need to come back on track. So evaluate yourself, evaluate your course correction should be there. So that is the third E I would like to give to you, evaluate. The fourth one is pretty much simple, but it's important as well. Enrich. What is the value that you are adding to your life, your work, your professional journey from this? Get that enrichment. You can educate yourself, engage, do the evaluation. If you are not getting that enrichment for your progress, maybe you are not achieving the point that you want to achieve. So have that enrichment. By doing these projects, the Leo will be enriching their university and also themselves by large means. The participants will be enriched through this process, getting a lot of knowledge about public speaking, how to speak, what are the body languages, vocal variation, categories of speeches, how to portray yourself, confidence. These are certain things that you will enrich yourself, right? Enrich. That is the fourth E. Now, how many E's I have said as of now? 4, right? So there's one final E. You have to enjoy. You need to enjoy. Otherwise, there's no point. Yes, you will be educating yourself. You will engage a lot, evaluate, do a small progress check, and course correction, enrich, add value to your life. And if you're not enjoying, what's the point, my friend? So enjoy. That moment of enjoyment will go a long way. That is the beauty of life. So enjoy. This is my formula for your success. It can be your communication improvement or the leadership excellence or whatever that you do. I'm applying this in my professional work, my communication training programs, the things I'm learning right now, everything I apply this. Therefore, remember, this is my gift to you today. Educate, engage, evaluate, and enrich. Finally, enjoy yourself. So that's it from me, and I wish you all the very best, students, and whoever who organized this, all the organizing, but I know them real well. Well done, team, and the staff and the committee. Thank you so much for having me right throughout, and also inviting me as a guest to address this August occasion. And wish you all the very best, and let's see very soon each other. Thank you very much. Over to you, moderator.
Thank you very much, Mr. Modita Sendananka, for your inspirational words and being with Talkmaster'21 since the very beginning. The organizing committee of Talkmaster'21 have prepared a virtual token of appreciation. So, sir, please do accept this, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. So we have another special person with us today. He is an applied psychologist, counselor, consultant, trainer in public speaking and programmatic leadership. So now I would like to invite Mr. Shehan Januka Piris to address the gathering. Over to you, sir.
Thank you so much, Leo Manolo. Can you all hear me clearly?
Yes, sir, you're audible. We can hear you.
I keep getting this little message that says unmute myself, but it shows that I've already unmuted myself anyway. Okay. So this is one of those very momentous occasions that we've all been eagerly waiting for. First of all, let me thank the organizing committee for bringing me into your team and also making me a part of this success story. If I think about giving speeches, and if I tell a little bit of my story to start off, like Modit, I also have a little story, but my story starts during school. So I was not a very big fan of giving speeches, even though I was managing speakers those days. Eventually, what happened was there was this event which I was not planning, and suddenly I was told to give a speech. And I thought, okay, it was just only in front of my friends in the grade. And then when I went there, I discovered that the entire lot of teachers are also seated there. And this event, which was supposed to be in a classroom, was actually shifted to the main hall. Suddenly standing on the stage, I was feeling nervous. But then I thought, hey, what could go wrong? It's just only my teachers and they're my friends. And then walks in the grade coordinator. Those of you who remember being mischievous during school days, you might remember that all of us had little names, pet names for our teachers, especially the least favorite one. So my grade coordinator walks in and he sits there. And in my head, oh my God, this one is also here. And I say that particular name, that pet name. I just say it to myself and I'm waiting to go next. Then the assistant principal also walks in. I didn't know that he was inviting, and my speech was next. Now my hands and my feet are all cold. Then my name was called. I went onto the stage, looked directly into the eyes of my grade coordinator, and I lost all my words. I just said, dear friends, and I just stared at him. And it was a very disturbing pause. I couldn't say anything. And behind, about 10 rows behind, I could see my classmates just doing little gestures at me. I was in grade 8, and my fellow grade 8 students who knew that I could speak were all staring. And I just forgot what to say because all I remembered was the pet name and I forgot his real name. When you are nervous, ladies and gentlemen, your brain can start playing tricks. And then I gave up. I thought, okay, fine. 8 years of reputation building goes for a 6 today. And I gave up. I thought, okay, I'm going to say sorry and get out of the stage. There's nothing else to do. And when I did give up, that fear gave up as well. And then what happened? I suddenly realized I didn't even need to state his name, right? If I know his position, I can somehow manage something. And then I started again, said, Assistant Principal, sir, the grade coordinator, sir, my dear teachers and friends. And then the flow came off. And that was the best speech I did in grade 8. After I went down, I thought I was staring at his face for about 10 minutes. And my friends were asking me, what were you looking at that guy's face for like 10 seconds? 10 seconds? Okay, thank God it was 10 seconds. But then that scarred me for the rest of my school journey. I did not want to give a speech again. Long story short, much later, I got the opportunity while I was working at a telecommunication station. I got a chance to train myself as a trainer. And that was my shifting point. That turning point changed me into becoming who I am today. That was the very first step. And then eventually I developed myself into being who you see right now. So I also have a few things to tell you. I suppose you may recall that in my introduction, they also introduced me as an applied psychologist and a counselor. So let me tell you a few things which I can tell you from the other side of the story, instead of giving you the part that a public speaking trainer could give, which Modita already did. I will give you a little tip from my counseling background. one of the things I notice why people fail in public speaking. Let me bring that to life. Fear is the biggest thing that cripples us as public speakers. And when you think about fear, what is fear? Fear is the absence of control. Fear is the absence of the ability to predict. And fear is also when we are unsure of our own performance. But if you actually look at illusions that we all have, this is not just only for public speaking, but literally for everything. We all have this set of illusions. The illusion of controllability. If you really think about it, nothing in life is 100% controllable, is it? There comes a point after which you don't have control anything. And then not everything is predictable. We are having this big problem called COVID right now. What is the reason why people are so scared? Because you can't predict it and you can't control it 100%. Isn't that what scares you about COVID more than anything else? Similarly, public speaking, the number one fear of human beings, even more fearful than death itself. It's such a fear simply because of this reason, simply because of the reason that we are self-conscious and we are always thinking of the worst. Now, thinking about this, just mentioning this part, this was an advantage that kept our ancestors alive during their time. During that time, our ancestors used to maybe, they were walking around in the field, they see a lion. These are men who came out of monkeys. So their curiosity is there. They used to take stones and throw at the lion to see if the lion was alive. But then we developed a secure mechanism within us, a defense mechanism to stop us from doing that so that we don't get killed. But today, our fears are not real life. Our fears are not real animals. Our fears are very different from the fears we had those days. So what's the difference now? The virtual fears or the made-up fears we have in our minds is carrying us in the same manner. So when we look at something and when we fail once, we think that's a permanent thing. We fail every day. And that fear kicks in every time we try to take another chance. But if we understand this and develop a flexibility-friendly mindset, that is, you're okay with any option. And then an adaptability-friendly mindset, that is, once you go there, you realize, according to the situation, you're ready in your head to adapt. And you imagine before you go, wherever you're going, whatever it is, an exam, to a viva, to public speaking, before you go there, imagine what you want, imagine the desired outcome in your mind, and believe that it shall be done, and it actually shall be done. And since I was also privileged to be one of your judges, I'll make a small comment on that. That was quite a exhausting experience because, not because of anything else, because all of you guys were really good. And it was a very difficult choice to make. But eventually we have to declare one winner. So it was done with great difficulty. But remember, guys, all of you were exceptionally good. And my heartiest congratulations to all of you. Just to say a little word in Sinhala before I depart. Since I was the judge of the Sinhala category, I would like to mention one word in Sinhala. කවදාවත් අතහරින්න එපා මේ අවසානයේ නෙමෙයි. අද මේ මොහොතේදී පළවෙනිය වුණේ නැහැ කියලා දෙවෙනිය වුණේ නැහැ කියලා කතන්දර ඉවර වෙන්නේ නැහැ. මෙතන තමයි කතන්දරේ පටන් ගන්නේ. ඔයගොල්ලෝ හැමෝටම ජය ජය. Thank you. Over to you, Margaret.
Thank you so much, Mr. Shahan Yanikoperis. Please accept this digital token appreciation. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. So now your spirits have been raised up. Now, guys, get ready to entertain yourself with a song. I hope you guys will enjoy the song. So I would like to invite undergraduate of Sri Lanka Technological Campus, who is Dinidu Sachintana. Over to you, Dinidu.
තැන් තිබුණා පිටම අපිවම නැති වුණා ඒ ගැන මං හිතනා විට කඳුලක් මොනනව මට නොදැනිම ඔබ හින්දා මං දැයි පෙම් වදන් දෝරේ ගලා ගියා දෙන් නුඹෙන් මං විඳිමි හැඟුමන් මා හද නිවලනා දවසක් මේවිය පිත් අපේ හිනවලට යාවී හැම මොහොතේ ළඟින් නුඹ හිටියතින් නැති දවසක් ඒවිය පිත් අපේ හිනවලට යාවී හැම මොහොතේ ළඟින් නුඹ හිටියතින් නැති.
Thank you, Dinidu, for that amazing performance and making the grand finale of Top Master 21 more colorful. So, Teja.
Yeah, it has come to the most awaited. It has come to the most awaited moment of the Top Masters 21 announcement of the winners of the season. To carry on with the award ceremony, I would like to invite to please and to provide the message to the spotlight for the category.
So yes, I think we can move on to the announcing of the winners. I think there's a small technical issue. Please bear with us. So I know you guys are really excited to see who the winners are. The first place, the second place. Let's see. So, Mr. Shehan, would you be able to announce the winners? Sir, we can't hear you.
Sorry about that. There was a small technical glitch. The mute switching on. Right. Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
So the second runner-up of the Sinhala speaking category is Dimutma Nayanamira.
Okay, now the second runner-up is announced. Let's see who the first runner-up is.
Right. First runner-up is WPG Anjali Navodaya Puratham.
Congratulations, Anjali. And let's see who the winner of the Sinhala category is.
The winner is LAL Humanity Navodaya Vienaraj.
Yeah, so congratulations to you, Anjali.
Congratulations to all three of you.
Thank you very much, sir. Okay, so the Sinhala category winners have been announced, and next, I think let's see who the winners of the English category are. For that, I would like to invite our distinguished guest, Mr. Modita Sendanayaka, to announce the winners of the English category.
Thank you, Leo Manula. Right, so let me announce the winners. Okay, I think slides will be ready. I'll announce first the third place winner. The second runner-up of Talkmaster 2021 is E. Saruni Sasinidu. Let's have a good round of applause for Saruni, second runner-up of this English category of Talkmaster 2021. Congratulations, Saruni. And now let's move to the first runner-up of Talkmasters 2021, Michelle Nikita Pereira. Leo Michelle, you are the first runner-up, the second place winner. Well done. And now all are waiting to see who's the champion, who the winner of this English category of Talkmasters 2021 is Dushani Gamage. Dushani, you are the winner of the English category of Talkmaster 2021. Let's give her a good round of applause for all the winners, three winners, Dushani, Michelle, and Sarni, for being the top three winners of the English category of Talkmasters 2021. Well done, and congratulations to the participants, or other participants as well. You have done a great job. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you very much, sir, and congratulations for all the winners. I think now all the winners are announced. So yeah, so we know the journey of the competitors who participated in Talkmaster 21 was really interesting, and we made this platform to showcase their amazing talents to the world. Now give your attention to the screen and enjoy this short video to share the memories of our competitors and hear out from them about Talkmaster 21.
Best public speaking platforms.
The webinars and workshops conducted
before the competition flourish us
with new insights into public speaking
and massively boost our self-confidence.
I think my decision to compete in the Talkmaster 2021
public speaking competition was genuinely worthy, and
I believe the skills and knowledge.
This is how deeper enough.
My stage fright and anxiety
Thereby lighting up
the fire within me.
So yes, thank you for sharing those amazing feedback with us. And Teja.
Yeah. Without further ado, I would like to invite our chief guest of the award ceremony, assistant manager, corporate communications at Aberdeen Holdings, and assistant manager, marketing and communications at Amana Tacklefull Insurance, saw Mr. Shamil Akbar to address the gathering. Over to you, Mr. Shamil Akbar.
Thank you, Teja, for your kind words of welcome. Can you hear me?
Yeah, sure.
Perfect. All right. So first of all, thank you very much for inviting me to be the chief guest of this event. I am very much pleased to see all the activities that have been carried out. And just like the previous speakers mentioned, this is a perfect example of an all-round event. You start with a webinar followed by a workshop, and then you have the competition without leaving the contestants in dark. So as I speak, I would like to see your faces. So feel free to switch on your videos. I would like to see your expressions, because all of us in this audience are speakers. We like to talk. And an important part of speaking is having your facial expressions seen, and so that you engage with the audience. So while a lot of people would say if this was a physical event, we could be seeing each other and all that, while this is an online event, we had the ability of engaging with you. So once again, feel free to unmute yourselves, share your thoughts and all. So let me first try see. So I've been given 10 minutes to communicate a message or a story, something that will inspire you. That's what the organizers told me. So first of all, can someone unmute their mic? All of you are speakers here, and tell me or tell the audience as to, in your understanding, how would you understand, how would you explain communication and public speaking? Since there is also a Sinhalese component to this event, let me ask that question in Sinhala. ඔයා හිතන විදියට public speaking සහ communication ඒ දෙක අර්ථ දක්වන්නේ කොහොමද? Any answers? Anyone would like to tackle that question? Or what is communication? Sannivedanaya කියන්නේ මොකක්ද? No one willing to share their thoughts. That's okay. I think that's something common that we see on virtual platforms. So feel free to even share it on the chat. So in my understanding, so there is the formal definition of communication. Of course, a sender, recipient sends a message through a medium which has a lot of disturbance. Whereas that doesn't make a lot of sense, right? So as all of us being communicators and public speaking being a part of it, let's say you're not doing a public speech right like this, all of you need to be good communicators. May it be communicating a message through a slideshow, interpersonal communication, understanding the person's mind as to what they think. That is what's important. Because you could come up to a stage, do a lovely speech with words that people don't even understand. But then do you communicate? People won't understand you. So normally when I address audiences, when I say, okay, what do you think a public speaker needs to have? People say, okay, they need to have good pronunciation, they need to have an accent, they need to have, they need to know a lot of hard words, which all I feel is incorrect. So I'm telling this to you because from the looks of it, all of you are very enthusiastic. Some of you are in the beginning stage of your public speaking career. Some of you have already taken part in a few competitions. You already do public speaking. But what's essential when it comes to public speaking is not the words. It's not the accent. A lot of people think that having a British or a UK accent is important. I would say having an accent is bad, because then you're not speaking English your way, the Sri Lankan way. I think you would have realized all speakers who spoke here today, Mr. Modikar, Mr. Shehan, we had a very natural Sri Lankan accent. I think when you try to imitate, then it's hard to keep up with. When you go to a higher stage, when a lot of pressure is there, then the natural accent will come and it's hard to follow. So number one, don't try to practice an accent. Then number two, I've seen a lot of students go through a lot of dictionaries to find hard words, right? So even that is bad. You need to speak to your audience. Sometimes it may be you need to speak in good English. Sometimes you need to balance Sinhalese and English, or your mother tongue and English, or sometimes even all three languages for those who can speak all three languages. So using your language, the correct words, now that is important when you communicate to an audience. And the third thing would be your idea. What are you trying to communicate? So let's say it can be a very theoretical thing. But when you tell it, how do you connect it with that person's life? A concept that I would like to bring to your attention, if you can further go through and research for those who are really interested, there's a video on YouTube called Start With Why by an eloquent speaker called Simon Sinek. So Simon Sinek is a personal role model for me when it comes to public speaking. I think even Mr. Shehan agrees. So Simon Sinek talks about this concept that says start with why. He says that the brain has three layers. That is what, how, and then comes why. So what is outermost layer? Then we have the how factor, then it's why. A lot of communicators, public speakers, advertising campaigns, you see is done the other way. Let's say I'm selling a phone. They say, okay, look, I have this very cool smartphone. It has this much RAM, this much processor speed, this much of internal memory, camera is like this. And then would you like to buy? So I think Mr. Sinek goes on to elaborate this further on this video. But what if it's done the other way? You connect with the why factor. Would you like to take control of all aspects of your life? Well, that can be a key message for a smartphone. Let's say you're selling a mattress. If you're selling a mattress, if I ask you, I would definitely ask you if this is a physical audience. You may think, okay, this mattress is very good. This mattress is very clean. It has this spring, that cotton, all that. Whereas on the other hand, what if you say, do you think that sleep is the utmost priority of a human being? When we sleep for a huge part of our day, 6 to 7 hours, we hardly do anything else, maybe apart from work. And then people will realize, yes, sleep is important to me. No one in this audience would say, I don't sleep, I don't sleep. No one would say that. So you connect to your audience. And when it comes to a speech, that is what in Toastmaster style or in public speaking style, they say, start with like a very defining opening statement, or they say connect it with storytelling. That is what they mean. So in terms of a technical side for this audience, looking at some of your speeches, I would say don't have an accent. Make sure you connect to the audience with useful words or simple words. And then the last one being, make sure you communicate your idea. Before I wrap up, I think I have a few more minutes. I would like to narrate a personal story from my life. While I speak English, when I conduct different workshops, training programs, I'm also a teacher of English. People ask, you would of course have been learning in English from day one. In fact, my answer is no. So at home, I speak in Sinhalese. When I go to my hometown, I speak in Tamil. Hometown as in my father's hometown, that is. I hardly speak in English. In school, I think all my education was in Sinhalese. So then there's this conception in society that you need to speak English from a very young age to learn English. I agree that helps, but that is not the only way. As far as I am concerned, well, talking about my life, there was a time period when I was probably grade 7, 8, 9. I used to think in Sinhala and then talk in English. A classic example would be, I didn't make this mistake. I'm giving you as an example. A simple sentence in Sinhalese, Amma Batuyai. For the Tamil speakers in this audience, a simple sentence like, Amma Soru Samaikranga. How do you put it in English? If it is a direct translation, it will be mother rice cooks, which all of you know is wrong because it's a very simple sentence. But I'm sure all of you, or well, definitely not all of you, most of you sometimes tend to think in your mother tongue, which is definitely not English, and then answer it in English or translate it to English, and then you make these mistakes. So how do you change that? So now I had the same problem. When I write essays, when I make speeches, I used to have a high processing time. Some students try to think it's all about grammar. You need to learn grammar. You need to learn, okay, the difference between present continuous tense and present perfect tense. It doesn't work that way. Your mother tongue, if I ask you a grammatical question, in Sinhalese, let's say, if I ask you about Aniyamarthe Asambhavya Kriyaවක් කියන්නේ මොකද්ද? Would you be able to answer? I think you learned this in grade 7 or 8. In Tamil, I would not know the grammar to give you a similar question. But you don't know. But in English, we see students saying present perfect, the present continuous tense is you have the subject, verb plus ing, and then the object. You don't learn English that way. You don't speak that way. So how do you learn to speak? How do you improve your speech? I'm giving you the 4 skills of the language. You have reading, listening, speaking, and writing. That's the exact same way how you learned your mother tongue. By polishing these 4 skills. When you were very small, you didn't go to a spoken Sinhala class or a spoken Tamil class, but right now we have a lot of spoken English classes. All you need to do is develop these 4 skills: reading, listening, writing, and speaking. And how to do it? It'll make my speech longer. I'm not going to go individually, but you can figure out. Listening, even listen to songs. Reading, it's not about reading newspapers like our English teachers used to say. It's about probably reading subtitles in a movie or reading posts on Facebook, I don't know, or reading a storybook. With reading, it might be hard. You might have to use a dictionary, but that'll help. It helped me. Reading was solely my way of improving my English. And then speaking, try to speak. Don't feel shy. When you get the opportunity, try to take that opportunity. So I'm very happy, as I mentioned in the beginning, that all of you have taken the opportunity of trying to speak, put you into that spotlight. Because some people say you have stage fright when you do public speech. Maybe not only that. Sometimes stage fright comes when you need to talk to that one person. Sometimes it may be the principal of your school, a dean, a lecturer, a good friend, anyone. So try to practice, and that is what will help. So that sums my speech up. I had 2 parts, a few common errors that I would want you to start changing. Of course, this speech alone or this event alone may not change your entire life, but it could give you something small to think about. And then the second one is, how can you actually improve your English and your speaking skills? And of course, my final message to you would be, make sure that you always take opportunities. Because success actually happens when 1,000,000 moments of practice, which you do day in, day out, meets with 1 split second of opportunity. And then you take that opportunity. That is what will be a defining moment in your life. Thank you very much for being in our lovely audience. And please do get in touch with me if you have any questions, concerns, or feedback. And hope all of you enjoyed the competition, and good luck in all your future endeavors. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Shakil Akbar, for sharing your inspirational thoughts with us. We are so glad to have you with us today. And please do accept this virtual token of appreciation from the organizing committee of Master'21.
Thank you very much, Manula, for having me, and I gracefully accept the token of appreciation. Thank you.
Thank you again, sir. There's a small request to make this event more memorable. I would like to invite all of you here to switch on your cameras to capture this memorable moment as a virtual photograph. So we'll give you another bit time to switch on your cameras. And our technical team will take the photograph on my account. So I request you all to switch on your cameras to, capture this memorable moment. Okay, maybe they're shy. Let's see. Okay. So I think we are good to go. And on the count of 3, I think the technical team will take the photograph. Let me count. So 3, 2, 1, and say cheese. Okay, I think the technical team got the photograph, and thank you very much everyone for turning on your cameras to make this a memorable moment. And yeah, so next I would like to invite the person who was behind all these amazing work and who made Talkmaster'21 possible and created a platform to everyone to learn about the art of public speaking and showcase their skills to the whole world. She is an inspiration to all young ladies and Leos. She is none other than our very own Leo Pabasi Sarachandra. So over to you, Leo Pabasi.
Thank you very much, Manula. First of all, on behalf of the Leo Club of Sri Lanka Technological Campus, good evening everyone who joined with us today for the grand finale and award ceremony of Talkmaster'21. And also, I would like to take this opportunity to express my gratitude on behalf of the organizing committee of Talkmaster'21 to all the contestants who took a part in this competition. And also, I would like to take this opportunity to congratulate all the winners of Talkmaster'21. So congratulations guys for this massive achievement. The Speak Out 1.0 project was one of the biggest attempts to encourage public speaking among university students. Our goal was an inspiration for youth undergraduates who are willing to build their potential and enhance critical thinking to bring together bright minds to give talks that are idea-focused and on a wide range of personal branding, public speaking, and conversation that matter. The Speak Out 1.0 project was a 3-phase project. The first phase project was the webinar, a workshop to introduce the concept of public speaking and further develop speaking skills to increase interest in the competition. The second phase was workshop, awareness session for the competition, and the third phase was the online speech contest Talkmaster'21, a 2-categorical competition to reveal talents. So without taking much time, I would like to express my sincere gratitude today to the chief guest of the occasion, Assistant Manager, Corporate Communication at Aberdeen Holdings, Assistant Manager, Marketing and Communications at Amana Capital Insurance, Mr. Shamil Akbar, the special guest of the occasion and one of our chief judge panelists in the Talkmaster'21 competition, lecturer, advisor, distinguished Toastmasters International USA, Modita Sendanayaka, the special guest of the occasion, one of our chief judge panelists for the Talkmaster'21 competition, applied psychologist, counselor, consultant, trainer in public speaking and programmatic leadership, Mr. Shehan Yenuka Pires. The guest of honor of the occasion, past multiple district president, multiple district 3 North 6, Leo Lion Kesari Senevaratna PMJ. Also, it's a great honor to express my sincere gratitude to all district council officers, all Leo Club residents, and my dear Leos, Lions, and guests. Last but not least, I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to the president of Leo Club of Sri Lanka Technological Campus, Leo Nirmal Gunaratna, all the executive committee Leos of Leo Club of Sri Lanka Technological Campus, members of Talkmaster'21 organizing committee, and volunteers who have worked tirelessly over the last few months to make this event a success. Thank you everyone once again for making it a great success. Thank you very much. Stay safe and good night. Over to you, Mandla.
Thank you very much, Leo Pabasi, for sharing your thoughts about Talkmaster'21. So now we have come to the end of this glorious evening. And I'm pretty sure that all of you enjoyed the grand finale and the award ceremony of Talkmaster'21, organized by the Leo Club of Sri Lanka Technological Campus. And thank you all for staying with us till the end of this glorious event. And stay tuned with us for more events yet to come in the future. And signing off, I'm Leo Rajapaksa. Stay safe and have an amazing weekend.